Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here we are discussing about reservoir engineering. In my last video, I left at principle of superposition. There I discussed that due to linearity of the diffusivity equation, how we can divide the diffusivity equation and the boundary conditions in two parts, one for flow rate Q1 and another one for flow rate Q2 minus Q1. So here this is for Q2 minus Q1. Using these PD1 and PD2, one for Q1, another one for Q2 minus Q1, we can find the pressure at the well. So PWF can be found out using this equation. Last time I did not discuss about skin. How do we take care of the skin factor when we are applying principle of superposition? In my earlier videos, I had said that when we use this non-dimensional pressure terminology and when we write this PD2 in PDP underscript D, then that means this is theoretical pressure drop. So this is theoretical pressure drop, while at well we measure the actual pressure which also takes care of the skin. For principle of superposition, we imagined two wells at the same position, one producing at flow rate Q1 which comes up at time 0 and another one producing at Q2 minus Q1 which comes up at time T1. Now skin factor we can think of in two ways. One way is that Q1, the well which is flowing at a flow rate of Q1 is also experiencing skin at the well, and the well that is flowing at a flow rate of Q2 minus Q1 is also experiencing skin at the well. So if we want to add skin here, then we need to do this PD1 TD, and here we need to add skin with Q1 and with Q2 minus Q1. This well is also experiencing skin, so we can say like this plus S. So in both the wells we need to add skin, and finally you will see that Q1 will cancel out from both the equation, plus and minus sign will cancel out and we will get plus Q2S. Another way of looking at this skin that we have added here is that all the previous flow rate other than the final flow rate at which the well is flowing, the skin was experienced at that time, but now what we are experiencing is only skin due to flow rate Q2 only, that is the final flow rate, and others inside the reservoir only changes that happened. Inside the reservoir, skin did not do any change. Skin did not affect any pressure. So inside the pressure, reservoir was due to this theoretical pressure drop. And finally, when we are measuring at flow rate Q2, we will experience a little more pressure drop or little less pressure drop because of skin and flow rate Q2. Here, using pictures, I have shown that when the flow rate changes, how the pressure changes. And we can see that here we can be in steady state or pseudo steady state and we will still be able to use the principle of superposition using an appropriate PD1, PD2. Now instead of just two flow rates, if we have multiple flow rates in the history of the reservoir or in the history of the well that we are concerned about, then also we can use the principle of superposition, and this is the equation that we get, that we have one well flowing at all the time that flow rate Q1, another well which is flowing at a flow rate of Q2 minus Q1, another flow rate that is flowing at the rate of Q3 minus Q2, and another well at the flow rate of Q4 minus Q3. And using this we see that we get this equation. And again, if we want to add skin, we know that we can add using the final flow rate here a skin factor if skin is there in the well. Because of the linearity of diffusivity equation, we can use principle of superposition in space also. Till now we have done principle of superposition in time in one well. Now suppose we have multiple wells in a reservoir, and for the time being we can consider that all the wells come online at a time t or at a time t equal to 0. So all the wells are producing, and let's say the well where we are measuring pressure is 0 well and the flow rate there is Q naught. Other wells are producing at a flow rate of Q1, some well is producing at a flow rate of Q2, Q3, and this well is at a radius R1 from well 0. This has a distance R2, this well has a distance R3, and the well radius of 0th well is Rw. So for this, how do we use principle of superposition? We are measuring PWF at well 0, and if there was only one well in that infinite reservoir which came online and has been producing for time t, then we will use this value to find the pressure difference Pi minus PWF. As I said, infinitely acting reservoir, so that means we will never reach pseudo steady state, so we will always be in transient state. But if there is another well here, say a well 1 which is producing at a flow rate of Q1, in that case we want to measure pressure at a distance R1 from this well Q1, so we do not want to measure pressure at this well. So for that also we have already derived how we can measure pressure. So if we want to measure pressure at a distance R from a well, then we know that we can use this exponential integral term. If we do not consider this 0th well and only consider this well 1, then the pressure drop due to well 1 at position R1 from the well will be Q1 EI of phi mu c R1 square divided by 4 kT. So we are using exponential integral here. Similarly, if there is well 2 only in the reservoir, and for this well 2 we want to find out what will be the pressure because of this well 2 producing at a flow rate of Q2 at a distance R2 from this well, then also we can use this exponential integral. So using all these wells Q1, Q2 till n, we can find out what will be the final pressure that we will be recording at this 0th well. So we can find out what is PWF, and we can compare the measured and theoretical, and we can also add skin here. Skin will be only because of the well Q0, so we will add Q0 plus S here. In non-dimensional terms, we can use TD here, and we can replace this with TD also, but here we are not using RW, but we are using RI, which is the distance between the centers of the two wells. So we need to take care of that if we want to convert this inside of the exponential integral term into a dimensionless form. So this is the superposition in space. A special case of superposition in space is when we want to find out pressure in well 0 And we know that we have developed our reservoir in such a way that we have a pattern, and because of this pattern we have no flow boundary condition where this dotted line is there. Or in another words, if we have, let's say, two wells, or we want to mimic a boundary between these two wells. So suppose we have an semi-infinite reservoir instead of an infinite reservoir, and we have a single well here in this semi-infinite reservoir, and there is boundary on one side which can be a fault. So how do we predict how the pressure will behave if we are producing at a flow rate of Q? Then we will consider that this will be a no flow boundary condition. To mimic this no flow boundary condition, we can consider an infinitely acting reservoir, and we can consider this no flow boundary as symmetry between another imaginary well on the other side of the reservoir of this no flow boundary, which is also producing at a flow rate Q. Because of symmetry, now we will have a no flow condition at this boundary. So now if we want to predict pressure at this zeroth well, then we can again use superposition of this well and this well. This is, let's say, well 1. To now find out the pressure, we can use this pressure drop, which is the pressure at well 0 and the pressure drop because of the other wells, and all the wells are producing at a flow rate Q. So using this we can mimic a no flow boundary condition in an infinitely acting reservoir.